Hello gardening friends, today is September 11th and this is my garden journal. We've had a lot of rain here in the last couple of days and it looks like an inch and a quarter. How about that? Things are kind of wrapping up here. We probably only got like a month of frost-free days left in the garden. Looks like even the hibiscus has some blooms coming on. We've had a lot of cool days though, and today it's not even going to get over 70. So this is good transplanting weather, except for actually today is probably the first good day of transplanting weather because it's been so warm. I did yesterday transplant some bunny rabbit's ears or stackies, Byzantium. I'm just kind of looking over all the plants here as I'm walking by. Catmint's still blooming here pretty good. And of course I haven't been keeping up on the weeds. Here's my rose, Mr. Lincoln, is blooming, and I'm going to move it up there next year. And actually going to take a lot of these plants out of here next year. Always in the past I've liked plants up next to each other. I didn't like to see bare dirt, so I usually try and keep it full. But I think one of the things I'm going to change in the future is I'm going to start putting in some space in between the plants and not make them so crowded up. I've been watching a lot of you guys' videos, and I see that everybody else has their plants more sparsely planted than mine. So I think I'm going to start doing mine like everybody else does, and put things more sparse. And over the winter, as soon as all the stuff here dies back in this flower bed out front, I'm going to cover it all with wood chips. I've been spending a lot of time going and picking up wood chips. Look at this hibiscus here while I'm here. And here's an iris I just put there. I dug up all this stuff out here because I'm going to move the flower bed up to right in here somewhere. I don't think I want to move this salvia, so that'll probably be where it's going to end. And I like the phlox there and the other salvia, and actually I think they look kind of good with the hibiscus. The hibiscus takes a lot of water, so I have to remember to keep coming out here and watering a lot so far away from the hose. So I'll just have this come across here like that, and then we'll cover in this whole area here around the tree with wood chips. These hostas have never done very well because the maple tree sucks all the moisture out of the ground right there, and I'm afraid to dig in there because maple trees have shallow roots. But I think covering this area over with bark chips might help these hostas in the future. And I don't know if I'm going to put any over here or not. I did order a whole bunch of bulbs. I probably got 500 bulbs again this fall like I did last year. And I'm going to put them in here and fill this area up with all different kinds of bulbs. And then over the winter I'm going to take down this honeysuckle bush, and then I'll be covering over this whole area here with wood chips after everything dies back to the ground. And the geraniums and the begonias, I'm going to dig them up and take them inside instead of just letting them die. Because sometimes it gets to be an issue of how many plants you have to keep inside over the winter. And one of the things I did recently was I cleaned out the bird bath and scrubbed it. And I found that it was harboring mosquitoes even though I was dumping it every day. Because when you dump it every day, the mosquito larvae remain on the bottom. And you could actually see them crawling around. And in fact, and you can actually see them crawling around because I made a video of that, how the mosquito larvae were still in the bird bath after you dump the water out. By dumping in the water every day and changing it, you weren't really accomplishing anything. So in order to keep the mosquitoes out of your bird bath, besides dumping it every day, you do have to brush it out. So I'm going to start doing that. That's another one of the changes. And I'll cover up this flower bed here. And I made a hose here and another bird bath. And this bird bath here, I just made it out of scraps I already had. This is a bird bath pedestal. It's in there upside down, buried partially. And this is just a shelf or a bird bath that was supposed to hang from a tree that's been sitting around because the chain broke right away. And so I just put those two things together with the pedestal upside down and this sitting in it. And so when the hose drips, it can fill it up. Whenever we run the water, it seems to, after you shut the water off, it still seems to siphon out of the upstairs because this is faucets on the downstairs ceiling. So all the water from upstairs siphons out, I think, because it keeps to run for a long time after you shut it off. And I don't think it's the hose gaskets or anything like that. And so here you can see where I've started filling in the areas in this path here with wood chips. And I'm going to cover over this whole bed, that whole bed, and at least this part of the bed up to here over the winter. Our city landfill, when the arbor, when they cut trees down, they chop up all the branches and trunks and tree limbs and everything, and they take it to a special place out on the edge of the town that the city owns. And then the citizens can go up there and get all the wood chips they want for free. You just have to pick them up and carry them home. So I've got a bunch of plastic tubs. I put them in the back of the 4Runner. And here's the area that next year is going to be all flower bed. I had let this go to fill it up with old bushes like there's a mock orange and a dogwood and a great big huge old chocolate vine that was covered. Anyway, I took all that down. Here, these were cherry bushes, but I cut them back. I didn't take them out. But all this stuff here is going to be turning into, here's some more of that chocolate vine that's still here. I have to keep, I think vines that go under the ground and come up everywhere. But so it did bloom. It had blooms, but they were pretty insignificant. And here's this huge old, I don't know if this hosta is the same kind of all the other ones I have or not. Maybe it's different. I'm trying to remember if I ever at any time bought an assortment of hostas. The hostas I've got that are Royal Standard I actually grew from a start that I saw in somebody's backyard, and they were going to get rid of them. And that was many years ago. But this one here, it might be a different one. I thought it was the Royal Standard, but the leaves are just so big. So if anybody knows what kind of hosta that is, let me know. And I found out what variety of lamium this is, because it has the yellow flowers in the spring. And somebody said that was yellow archangel. Huh, I didn't know that. I thought it was lamium, but I didn't. I think the guy in the greenhouse where I bought it told me it was lamium. but I didn't. I know I've seen other lamium with the purple flowers and the white flowers, but that has yellow. I've had it for, as you can tell, many, many years. All the, 30 or, I guess it's getting close to 40 years I've been living here, I've gardened, but some years, you know, more than others, and some years I work an awful lot, and some years I garden more. But here's more wood chips I put down here. And here's this hollyhock I moved up here. This would be a good experiment so I can see if fall transplanting works. And here's an iris I moved up here. And I got the rhizomes. They're not buried. This is right there on, really on top of the soil almost. And here's a tiger lily. Looks like it's going to be okay. So I hope so. And I still haven't got my, I want to start growing some more vegetables than what I did there. Look at all this rain in here. I need to dump that in the garden before the mosquitoes get to it. But I still haven't got this compost to heat up. And there's grass and paper and sticks in there, but it's not doing anything. So I don't know what I need. I'm not going to use household or kitchen garbage in there. I don't want to go that far. Or coffee grounds or anything like that. I think that saving coffee grounds in the kitchen and scraps from all the vegetables and stuff is way more work than what the rest of the family wants to go to. So anyway, that's about all I can think of that's going on. I'm spreading down all these wood. Oh, I'm going to make a video of me getting the wood chips and carrying them home and spreading them out here. So watch for that video. And I guess that's it. So have a good day, and I'll talk to you later on, and I'll keep you up to date what's going on here in my garden. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you later on. Bye.